The Admiral Benbow Inn sits alone on a desolate stretch of the English coast, a place of total isolation far from the nearest village. A massive, scarred man named Billy Bones takes up lodging here, dragging a heavy sea chest and demanding to be called captain. He is a heavy, nut-brown figure who expects absolute silence and obedience from everyone under the roof. At night, he forces the terrified patrons of the inn to listen to his stories of storms at sea, hangings, and wild deeds on the Spanish Main. He uses these tales of piracy and violence to keep the entire neighborhood in a state of shivering submission. This map of the Spanish Main shows the Caribbean Sea, the region where the captain claims to have served under the wickedest pirates. He describes buried gold hidden among these specific islands and ports, establishing a history of lawless violence spanning the entire map. His stories specifically featured infamous, deadly strongholds like the Dry Tortugas, a remote, dangerous location he boasted about surviving. But despite his dominance, the captain lives in constant, paranoid silence. He pays young Jim Hawkins a silver fourpenny once a month for one specific reason: to watch for a seafaring man with one leg. The captain's aggressive tyranny is a calculated performance. He projects an image of an immovable predator to mask a paralyzing dread of his own history. The atmosphere shifts on a bitter, foggy day outside the inn, marking the end of the captain's unchallenged rule. A new sound cuts through the wind, the rhythmic tap-tap-tapping of a blind man's stick on the frozen road. The newcomer is a hunched, deformed figure, wrapped in an old, tattered sea cloak. He looks physically ruined, with his head bowed under a heavy hood. He uses a pitiful, sing-song voice to address the air, asking if any kind friend will help a poor man who lost his sight in the defense of his country. Jim Hawkins, seeing only a man in need, steps forward to offer his hand and guide the stranger into the inn. By appearing as a fragile, sightless beggar, the stranger manages what an armed boarding party could not. He uses Jim's own compassion to bypass the household. The blind man shatters. The creature's heavy hand instantly clamps onto Jim's wrist like a vice, holding him with a shocking physical violence. The beggar's voice drops into a cold, cruel whisper. He threatens to break the boy's arm unless he is led immediately to the captain. He forces Jim into a march toward the parlor, where the captain sits dazed with rum, unaware that his sanctuary has been breached. Coerced by the iron grip on his wrist, Jim makes the terrifying announcement, "Here's a friend for you, Bill." The captain looks up, and the color is instantly drained from his face. The man who once roared for silence is suddenly struck with a look of mortal sickness. The predator's mask has failed. Faced with a blind beggar, the captain is physically paralyzed, not just by fear, but by the realization that he has finally been caught. The blind man, Pew, takes total control of the parlor. He tracks the captain's every breath, warning him that he can hear even a finger stirring. He issues a chilling command for the captain to hold out his left hand. Moving with incredible precision, Pew passes a hidden object from the hollow of his hand into the captain's palm. As soon as the transfer is complete, Pew skips out of the room and onto the road, his stick tapping away into the distance as quickly as he arrived. The captain's hand opens to reveal a small scrap of paper. On one side, there is a single, solid black circle. This is the black spot, a pirate's ultimate summons. It serves as an official death sentence, signaling that his former crew has arrived to collect what is owed. Robert Louis Stevenson structured this entire sequence to subvert the traditional tropes of the adventure novel. He amplifies the terror by removing the captain's cutlass and his voice, leaving him helpless against an unarmed beggar who carries only a piece of paper. The captain had survived the Spanish Main and the Dry Tortugas, but he was broken by a blind man and a single scrap of ink. In the end, he discovered that no amount of noise or intimidation could help him outrun the reach of his own history.